We've had some use of force incidents that are going on in the community, and the process and the protocol that's not being followed at some point has to be addressed. Our concern is, why do we have to gather when there's a death that has occurred at the hands of the Tulsa Police Department? Why then do we call press conferences, right? So what we're saying is that in everyday interaction with our police officers, the community should not be involved in situations that are escalated by the police force, and then what should have been a basic interaction, it gets escalated into use of force. And from that, we have lives that are interrupted. We have innocent folks that are falsely accused. We have, standing behind me, two such citizens in the form of Chris Brown and Miss Venetia Moore that have been, for all intents and purposes, just doing what everyday folks do. I think we've all had the occasion where we've come from a grocery store, coming home from work, going to the grocery store and just going to your apartment. Real simple deal. And if that leads to some kind of excessive force, you got to ask yourself, what happened right before those moments that some officer thought within his power or his abuse of power that somebody should have been slung to the ground, thrown to the ground, punched, thrown from a motorcycle? At what point does it say in protocol that you don't have to have your body cam on to record that incident of that interaction with the public? So what's happened is, in the last 10 months or so, we've had incidents that occur over and over and over again in Tulsa, Oklahoma, with the Tulsa Police Department. But there are two such incidents that folks are brave enough to come and stand and try to say enough is enough. Among all the other citizens that have said this year after year, decade after decade, all of the efforts to change policy, all of the efforts to talk to our Chief of Police, Chuck Jordan, all of the efforts to talk to our Deputy Chief, Brooks, all of the efforts to talk to Mayor Bynum to say, guess what? The buck stops with you. And we're asking, when we need you to intervene and when we need you to try to come to the assistance of the very public that you represent, you defer to the chief. And when you defer to the chief when policy has not been followed, we got to say enough is enough.